Good morning, quick video, 5th of March 2026. I hope this video finds you all well. Obviously, there is a war going on in Iran. I want to look at the latest, see what's going on. What do we need to know? Okay, well, still defending. They're still going to defend the country at this present time. That's a defense, defending your position. Okay, so this is, yeah, so this is the unknown, and it's a bit bleak, to be honest, with the moon at the moment. And it's a major card. It's actually quite sad as well, really, for me to see that, because that can be like, you know, loss of life, and it's also like, it can be that, but it can also be like the unknown, so it's very uncomfortable. It's a bit of a mystery. Okay, it's a bit bleak, really, when you see the moon, especially talking in this instance. Okay, so obviously this is fighting for their independence, to remain independent, you see. Okay, so at the moment, I would say these are major cards. I would say I feel like there will be a moment of possibly peace, because I think based on the fact there'll be reflection, because the High Priestess eventually goes quiet, but before she goes sort of quiet, so it goes quiet, it's like reflection. And that also could be two pillars of strength. So two forces coming together, if you know what I mean. And this is surrender. Oh, wow. I have a feeling I know exactly what that's about. Now, the thing is, I feel that this card is about trying to heal the situation. Okay, so I mean, if you want me to be brutally honest, this feels like force. There's a lot of force, a lot of work going into this, and a lot of force, like strength coming in with force in a way, or coming in with strength, if you prefer to say it like that. Okay, so however you look at it, I think even you can see the outcome here. 10 is an ending, okay? And there is a person giving up. Okay, so what do we need to know? I'm not going to say it. I'm going to leave it for you. Okay. This is a choice. I feel like there's a choice. I've also got another 2. It feels like there's 2 2s. And I think 2 2s are 2 united forces, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I think you can see what I feel happens next. I think that's what happens next. I'm not saying complete liberty, but I think this is what happens next. Okay. Oh, wow. Accomplished. Oh, wow. But beware, it's not a major card in the outcome. So maybe there's still work to be done. So I would say perhaps maybe 10 days, if that. Could be even 2. That could be 2 days. Yep. Okay. Wow. This literally feels like am I allowed to say this on here? Ceasefire. Okay, and also now I have a joint collaboration. And I feel like it's going to work itself out. Okay. Oh, I kind of missed that one now, so I won't go with that one. I'll just go with this one. Okay. Wow. It's interesting because, I don't know where the Queen of Cups is about boundaries. And I have boundaries. Draw a boundary line, maybe. However, like I said, it may take, sorry about my camera, you know, I don't know what happens after that. I feel like it's because I've only got a 10 of swords, which is not a major card, there could be more behind that. I feel like perhaps I'm only getting to know, like, sort of for this week or next week. I don't know if I've got the whole overall picture. However, this feels extremely positive, including some of the other cards I just had. Like, I honestly think there will be a message, could be in the newspapers or an announcement they make of new growth. So it could be a new beginning, new growth. I know we're in spring, but I feel even more so with the leaves on that branch that it is spring. But obviously we're early spring. But then again, that's an early sort of spring card in a way, because there's new growth on the branch, okay? So, I mean, this, to be honest, is about a reaction. And I think there'll be an announcement. Wow, boundaries. Draw the boundaries. Well, in a way, that would be a great thing, because obviously, you know, the longer it goes on, the more difficult it is for loss of life. And nobody wants, that's on the bottom, nobody wants that. I don't know why I have psychic abilities on the bottom. I'll leave that for you to figure out. But I do have manifestation here. Interesting. Wouldn't it be nice to have world peace? And that's exactly what President Trump's going to get. And I'm very disappointed in my own country. I feel, you know, I had an opinion yesterday from somebody who said, well, you know, it's not in our country. And I'm thinking, yeah, but it doesn't make it right. Those people are suffering, you know, and it's very difficult. But, I mean, wouldn't world peace overall be wonderful for everybody? You know, but I don't know why the UK have stood back and not got involved. But maybe they didn't need to. But they should have. They could have at least helped President Trump, because once, you know, it began, and it's got, you know, it's not going to stop. So I don't understand, because in a way I thought we had a great relationship with America, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so it's to do with boundaries. Could be drawing a boundary line. This is directions and giving orders. In fact, I have 2 cards. So it's communication. I thought to myself, a standoff. Now, I just want to ask about the UK. Why the UK is not, you know, supporting America. What's going to... In fact, I want to ask something else, actually. I've changed my mind. I don't know why. They just decided to reject the idea. Pass it by. Didn't want to get involved. But I want to know more. But that will be a setback for our 2 countries' relationship, actually. I want to know more about the Labour Party. Like, the other day, I was looking on my community page, and I got rid of a lot of stuff because it was a lot on there. But I saw that I'd already got a tower. So to be honest with you, that's going to collapse at some point. There you go, at some point. I've got death now. It doesn't mean literally. I think that's the man. I actually think that's the man. But yeah, it doesn't mean literal. It means a change. So it's slowly ending. And it's going to take between 6 months and a year. So it could be any time, like from now. But it's slowly ending. I feel for Labour, to be quite frank. Who's got a red coat on? Could even... Oh, I don't know. I wonder if not getting involved or helping has been more of a detriment to them as well. I think just people's feelings about Labour is at an all-time low. Because this feels like going in a different direction. Not the same... This normally is the same direction, I will say, but this is already looking at it. But I wonder if it's a different course. So I have a death, I have a tower for Labour. I wonder what is the final screw that turns. No, I can't do it like that. I want to hold on to them tighter so that I only get a couple because it makes it easier to read. There's got to be, I think, my feeling is something happens very fast. Something happens very fast. It's almost like a switch. There's a turn of events. I've got a tower again. There you go. So now I've had death. Doesn't mean literal, I have to say that. Just means transformation and a change. So it'll never be the same again. So if it was good, it'll end up the opposite. If it was bad, it'll end up brilliant. So you can figure that one out for yourself. But I've had death, I've had tower, I've had a wheel of fortune. They're all major cards. Collapse. This is a collapse. This is the end of that. And it won't be a normal election, because in a normal election you wouldn't have a tower. You just have a change. There wouldn't be the whole collapse. The whole structure collapses. Or it's to do with huge revelations, shocks, revelations, and it falls. It literally falls. And the crown is going as well. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with it. Oh, I just had a thought. Oh, I had a thought. Yeah, I think it's something legal. Something legal. Something to do with something legal, perhaps in the past, or something that was wrong that needs to be put right. Because the Justice card is a karmic card. So in a way, lessons have to be learned. There are repercussions from what you've done, or as a person, you just have to learn. Lessons to be learned in a way to rebalance the scales. I feel like something comes in very quickly that isn't wanted or isn't desired to be looked at. I think it's. I've got shocks again. You see, what is it? Oh, I can think of two things. Yeah, I can think of two things. This is country. So I can think of two things, and they both could be country. Yeah. This could be collaborating, teamwork, structure. And this could be defending. I can think of two things. I'm sure you can too. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Two things. Oh, wow. That one's upside down. And that one wants to come out. Oh, wow. Oh, dear. Judgment Day, I'm afraid. It's coming. I've had so many major cards now. Just give it time. That is going to end Labour. So it's a good job we have Rupert Logan coming behind them. And maybe we do get to choose our own government next. Maybe the whole lot goes. I think it's something to do with the past. It could be something to do with this. It could be something to do with this. It could be something to do with this. Okay, and I think it's to do with the past. So there you go, I'm going to finish it there. Hope you enjoyed my reading. Uh-oh. There's knowledge coming. I have artistry and magic and manifestation and perseverance. Magic. Here we go. Knowledge that you didn't know, or knowledge that's coming out into the open. I have nature. I don't know why. Oh, it's going to... Do you know why I think I keep getting nature? Because I think it's spring. There you go. So you can sit back in your armchair and know that these cards are very difficult to move. These major cards are difficult. And normally you just have to learn how to navigate through them. Because it's like a big spiritual event. You just have to learn how to navigate around them or through it. But unfortunately, you kind of have to go through it. It's, one of those events like, don't mean to be gloomy here, but like if you were going to get divorced, it's kind of like, it's just difficult. There's not much you can do about it. And you've just got to get through it. It's a life-changing event in a way. So, yeah, it's, I said about divorce, but it's a bit bleak, really, with the moon. Okay, it's like you don't know how it's going to turn out. It's basically a mystery. It's not knowing. It's difficult. It's treacherous. It's uncomfortable. It could even be like literally, it could be danger, could be fears, could be a long illness, anything like that. It's kind of a bleak, difficult situation that you just have to pass through, and it can take time because it's a big moment in one's life in a way. So hope you enjoyed my reading. Do like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye now.